Welcome if you're new here, welcome back if you're not. My name is Kenzie, this is my book channel. I have coffee. Cheers. Anyway, it is time for another 24-hour readathon. Now, every time I go into one of these videos with a plan, I completely just go away from the plan. So today, we're not doing that. We're just not having a plan. As of right now, the only plan is that I do this every time. That I have the 24-hour timer set. And the first book I have in mind is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, which, fun fact if you're new here, in my first ever 24-hour readathon, The Pumpkin Spice Cafe was one of the books I read. But I'm going to drink my coffee, I'm going to start the timer, read the book, and right now I'm thinking, so it's Sunday night, I'm thinking, because tomorrow I have ladies' night, that I'm going to try and get as far into the early hours of the morning before I go to sleep. Like, I'm thinking right now my goal is at least like 3 a.m. and then wake up at whatever time tomorrow, either make more coffee or drink a Red Bull, continue the timer, finish either Monday night or Tuesday. Also, I am finally starting to get closer to 100% better after having pneumonia, so hopefully the videos will start coming again. Time update. We have 21 hours, 20 minutes, 33 seconds left, and I'm on chapter 13, page 98, according to this. So here's the thing, is listening to it, like, read the book, it's actually very slow. Like, I feel like I could be a lot further if I was just reading it myself, but the game I was playing, it's like, it's a really cute game, but it just seemed like the most perfect game to play while listening to that book, because the, like, plot, at least in the beginning, is very similar. You inherit your aunt's old cafe, you gotta, bring it back, and, do all the cafe stuff. But there's also a fun little storyline where you have to, like, help the, like, Heart Village, which is where you are set up, be able to get into, like, the mountains and the city and, all that. So it's a really fun little, like, cutesy, very sweet, cozy, just game to play. And, like, you're running your aunt's old cafe. It seemed like the most perfect game to play while listening to the book. So I think what I'm gonna do now is actually bring up a, like, cafe, like, ambiance type thing, and then just read it myself for a little bit. because I think that's gonna help me get through it a little bit faster, because there's no reason why we are like almost 3 hours in and this is the farthest I'm into this book. And I'm reading it as an ebook. Like, if I was reading it as a physical book and I was the one like literally sitting there reading it, then yeah, I would only be like 90 something pages in, if that. But like as an ebook, it's not that difficult. But like the voice is so slow and very robotic. So yeah, I'm just gonna read on my own for a little bit. Okay, we got another time update. 17 hours, 51 minutes, 44 seconds. Um, so that's like 6 hours and 10 minutes. And I think this is the longest I've gone without pausing the timer, which is so weird to me. Because normally I'm like pausing it at least like every hour, but not this time. And I'm very proud of myself for that. When I go to sleep, though, I am pausing it. It's a little after 3 a.m., so I did hit the 3 a.m. mark that I wanted to hit. And I am on chapter 28 out of 30 something, I believe. Yeah, so chapter 28 out of 33. 32 if you're not counting the epilogue. So I'm very proud of myself right now. But anyway, let's just go ahead and finish this book, and then we're going to sleep. Okay, final time update of the night. 17 hours, 12 minutes, 30 seconds left. I'm gonna go ahead and pause it. And it's almost 4 a.m. So I'm gonna get some sleep. I have no idea what time I'm gonna wake up in the morning. It's probably not gonna be in the morning. It's probably gonna be like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but that's fine. But yeah, so I don't. Okay, so I mentioned earlier that my first ever 24-hour readathon that I did on this channel / in general, I read The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. And you know what's so funny is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I read 3 books in that video: Pumpkin Spice Cafe, a book called Faceless, and Twisted Love. And all of them were ones where I was like, oh yeah, I'll totally love these. And then come to find out they were all like super spicy. And I'm not saying I'm gonna reread Twisted Love, because I really did not like that, and I didn't like Faceless either. But last year, when I had read this book, The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, I'd given it like a 2.25 or 2.5, something like that. And I still don't care for the spice. I think it's really random at times. I think this book definitely gave off like cutesy, innocent vibes. Not as much as like the Icebreaker series does, the Maple Hill series, because that series, like all of the covers are like cutesy and cartoony, and you're like, oh, this is so cute. No, they're not cute and innocent. 18 plus. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. And like that's the vibe that the Pumpkin Spice Cafe and like all of those books give, or at least the covers do. And I said that I'm probably not going to continue the series, and I'm probably not. Even though the names of the books are so cute. But I'm not falling for the trap again. Anyway, so all this to say that I actually, now that I've reread the book, and now that I know now what I did not know then about the book, like about the amount of spice and stuff, I've actually bumped my rating up. And my rating has gone from 2.5 to 3.5, which is really good. Because honestly, like, there's not too much spice. I would say, like, maybe 10 to 15% of it is spice. And I'm talking about, like, the thoughts they're having too, because they have some very inappropriate thoughts. But yeah, my final rating is 3.5 stars for the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I'm gonna get some sleep, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the next book. I'm seeing 2 that I might do. That one might be the better option. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I don't have too much of a time update. 16 hours, 51 minutes, 29 seconds left. I was going to... Okay, well, first off, I slept till like 2 today. Because I didn't go to sleep till almost 6. So I actually got about 8 hours of sleep. So I actually got a decent amount of sleep. But anyway. So I tried reading a couple pages of the 7-year slip by Ashley Poston, and I'm just not able to get into it right now. And I think it's just because, like, mentally I don't want to start a new book at 1 a.m. because it's 12:52 a.m. So instead, which I can't show this because it's on the phone that I'm filming on, excuse me, I am listening to Nightbane by Alex Astor on Audible. And then I think after I get done with that, because I only have like 2-ish hours left, I think after I get done with that, I'm going to start Ruby Red by Kirsten. I cannot pronounce that last name. But anyway, I will update you whenever I get to that point. But right now I'm really tired, so I'm going to get ready for bed and listen as much as I can before I actually go to sleep. Alright, time update, 13 hours, 40 minutes, 40 seconds. I finished Nightbane. I give it a solid 4 stars. I really like the Light Lurk series. And here's the thing is, it ended on a cliffhanger. So I'm now listening to Skyshade instead, because I need to know what happens next. So just doing the typical, like, speed at 1. This is how much time I have. But if I crank it up to ×2 speed, which is typically, like, I listen anywhere between 1.5 to 2.0 speed, this is how much time I have left. So I'm gonna listen to that, and I will check in later. Okay, newest time update is 10 hours, 22 minutes, 11 seconds. And this is how far I've gotten in Skyshade. Clearly I haven't been updating. But to be fair, this one I kind of sped up again. I don't remember what speed I put it at, but I was like, I am feeling extremely impatient, so therefore I'm gonna speed it up. Yesterday I was feeling extremely impatient, and then today I've just been like really snappy. And I don't know why. But like, I was playing a game earlier and I was getting so like frustrated and mad over it. And so I quit playing the game. And then I was scrolling on TikTok, and for some reason, like, at like every single video I was watching, I was like being very snappy, and I'm like, whoa, okay, what the heck is going on? Like, why am I being so snappy? So, I mean, I didn't comment anything because I'm not gonna be rude to creators. Like, I'm not gonna do that. Younger me, maybe, thinking that I was all like righteous and stuff like that, but like adult me is like, no, like if I'm not gonna be nice about it, or if I'm not gonna be like try saying it in like a helpful type of a way, I'm not gonna comment anything like that. Like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, yeah, that's the newest update. Honestly, with as far as I am into the book, I'm thinking 3.75. It's definitely not my favorite that I've read in the series so far. It's just I feel like there's a million different things going on in this book, and there's not just one plot like in Lightlark and Nightbane. So I'm not loving it. And can my hair please like behave? Or even just like there, just hang in the back. Anyway, so not loving it, not my favorite, but I am gonna finish it. That way when Crown Tide comes out, I can read it. Anyway, I have coffee. Just made some coffee. It's not great. I didn't do anything different except for I used a different coffee. I used it's a bourbon flavored one, and bourbon coffee does not mix well with vanilla. I would say like hazelnut or caramel goes better. But anyway, I'm gonna finish Sky Shade, and then the next update is gonna be whatever the time update is and whatever physical book I'm reading, or even ebook that I can actually show me reading. I have though been playing that cat cafe game as well, and I just love it so much. It's so cute. It's just so adorable, and I love it so much. So yeah, and I'm also playing Resident Evil, so I think while I'm listening to this book, I think okay, so what I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to listen to the book. No, I'm gonna play Resident Evil until the book is finished. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think that'll be fun. Okay, I'm gonna go do that now. Bye. Okay, so I've officially finished Sky Shade, and I still stand by me saying that it's a 3.75. It is definitely the spiciest one in the series. There was a lot going on there. I still think that there were many miniature storylines going on in the one storyline. Like they all pertain to the story, but there was just a lot going on in the entire book. That is not to say I'm not going to finish the series, because oh my goodness, I'm so invested. Because like so far every single book has left off on a cliffhanger, and if a book leaves off on a cliffhanger, I need to know what happened. Like I need to know. So I still say 3.75. I kind of played a little bit of Resident Evil when I said I was going to, but then I got stuck on a part, but I wanted to go ahead and finish the book, so I just played Calico instead. And then I decided that I did want to finish playing Resident Evil, So I looked up a walkthrough to help me get unstuck from the area I was at. So anyway, we got a little time update. 8 hours, 8 minutes, and 15 seconds left, which is great. I'm still very much so in a fantasy mood, but I don't want to do any more audiobooks just because I've done almost mainly audiobooks. Technically, the Pumpkin Spice Cafe wasn't an audiobook. It was like a read aloud, very robotic voice. So, but since I'm still in a fantasy mood after all that, we're gonna go with Snow Like Ashes, which I'm already on chapter 6 of it anyway because I was reading it by myself. So may as well just see how much of this I can read in 8 hours, right? Because I mean, it's not the biggest fantasy book. It's less than 400 pages. It's like, I don't know. Oh, maybe it is 400. Okay, so it might be right around 400, but it's really not the biggest fantasy book. It's just I was having a little bit of trouble getting into it, and I think the reason why was because I just wasn't in a fantasy mood, or if I was going to be in a fantasy mood, I wanted it to be the Lightlark series, because I was already listening to Nightbane. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with Snow Like Ashes now. Okay, so I decided that I'm not currently in the mood to read this book right now. It's not because it's a bad book. Like, I don't know for a fact if it's a bad book or not. I'm only on chapter 8. But I think I'm kind of fantasied out right now. Either that or because of a video idea I have in mind. I know that is a lot of fantasy in one go. So I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break. Do some romance with Ellie Hazelwood's The Love Hypothesis. Especially because if I'm not mistaken, this book has been picked up for a movie or a TV show or something like that with Lily Reinhart. So I'm going to go ahead and read this book, which is kind of annoying on one hand because it's like I'm reading a lot on my phone, but at the same time, this is the most books I've ever read in a 24-hour readathon, so we're gonna take it. All right, 5 hours, 13 minutes, 31 seconds. So I tried reading The Love Hypothesis, but I got about halfway through chapter 2 and decided I wasn't liking it. Tell me why it took me 30 minutes to get through 2 chapters and a prologue. Girl, that is way too long of a chapter. Too long of chapters. Okay, well, maybe it wasn't 30 minutes. I honestly don't remember how long it was, but way too long. So instead, I have swapped over to Caught Up by Nivessa Allen. Whoopsies. Honestly, so far, I'm enjoying it. And yes, I can actually understand what's happening even at this speed. But so far I'm actually really enjoying it, which I'm only a few chapters in. But I heard so many people didn't like it because it didn't follow the original couple. Honestly, I think so far it's touching on, sorry, that piece of hair was annoying me. So far, I think it's really good, and I think it's touching on, like, how do I want to put this? I think it's very well written. We're gonna say that because I don't know how to put the other thing I was gonna say. But I think it's really well written. Honestly, this author is really good. I don't know exactly if I love it yet, and if I'm going to put it higher than I did Lights Out, but we shall see. For right now, I think for a little bit, I'm gonna play a game. I don't know if I'm gonna play Resident Evil because right now it's frustrating me, or if I want to play Calico, or I have a Harry Potter Lego game. Could play Five Nights at Freddy's. Let's just play Resident Evil. But anyway, I'm gonna do that for a little bit while listening to the book. Okay, book update, and then time update. I have an hour and 53 minutes left, so almost 2 hours. Honestly, I'm done. Because I am just not in the mood to read anything. Not even caught up. I will say I am enjoying Caught Up. I'm not liking it as much as I did Lights Out. Well, actually, no, I would say I'm enjoying them about the same amount. Both are definitely humorous. They're definitely dark, like dark romance, but they're definitely humorous dark romances. It's not like, you know, brooding, just evil people. It's like, hee, I like you. Can we date? Like, they're definitely humorous. Definitely 18 plus. I would not suggest anything else. Definitely 18 plus. But yeah, at some point I'll probably finish Caught Up. I would give it like a 3.75 to 5. No, not 5. To 4 star. It's definitely enjoyable. I just am not currently in the mood to read anything. I even sped it up a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean I went to the highest speed. Couldn't understand it, so I had to go back down. And I was literally just laying there like, can this book be over? Not because I'm not enjoying it, but because I'm just not in the mood to read anything. So I think I'm going to take a break from reading for the rest of the day. Maybe even all of tomorrow. And then I'll see you guys next week for some sort of a video. Whether it's a reading vlog or maybe picking my October TBR. I don't know. We'll do something for next week. But don't bet on it being any form of reading. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week. Oh wait, I forgot to do an overview. Excuse me. I thought that was going to be a classic quiet burp. It was not. Anyway, I forgot to do an overview of all the books I read. So first there was The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I don't remember the ratings I gave all these books, so I'll just edit them in later. First there was The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and then Nightbane. Oh wait, I can grab my journal. I forgot I could just grab my reading journal. Anyway, so Pumpkin Spice Cafe, I think I put up to like a 3.5, 3.75, something like that. I will double check on my Goodreads. But there was the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and then Nightbane, which I gave 4 stars. Skyshade, which that one I gave 3.75 stars. I didn't care for that one as much, but it was still very good. And then Caught Up, which I am giving 3.75 to 4 stars. So yeah, that is 4 books, kind of. Technically, we're counting it because I'm over 50% of the way through Caught Up, so we're counting it. But that's 4 books. That's I think 4 is like my maximum limit. I don't know. It's possible that if I hadn't gone back and forth between so many books, I could have read 5. But like I said, I'm just not really in the mood to read anything right now. So yeah, all right. Now I will see you guys next week, and I hope you enjoy this video, and yeah, bye.